Dollar reigns as buyers worry recession pain. Tokyo, Singapore Asian shares fell and the greenback stood by using a two-decade excessive at the euro on Wednesday as buyers' fears deepened that the continent is leading the world into recession, at the same time as oil and European equity futures made a wobbly try to regular. Brent crude futures have slid this month on issues that a global slowdown will sap demand. Prices slumped 9.5% to a 21/2 month low of $101.10 on Tuesday, earlier than bouncing slightly to $103.86 a barrel inside the Asia consultation on Wednesday. MSCI's index of Asia-Pacific shares out of doors Japan fell 1%, led by using a 2% drop for Taiwan's benchmark index heavy with growth-sensitive PC chip makers which hit an 18-month low. Japan's Nikkei fell 1.1%. S&P 500 futures fell 0.1% while FTSE futures and Euro Stoxx 50 futures rose 1% after heavy Tuesday selling. News has been relentlessly bad, with communique of gas rationing in Europe, a political disaster in Britain and a sparkling flare-up of COVID-19 instances prompting clean regulations in Shanghai. In the USA, the 2-year Treasury yield has dropped under the 10-year yield, a reliable market sign of a recession-capping boom within the medium term. U.S. The drumbeat is getting louder and louder about recession threat, stated Jason Tay, leader investment officer at Vertium Asset Management in Sydney. Right now defense is the name of the sport. It's the high-quality strategy proper now, because in a recession lots of things can fall off the bed. Accordingly, the dollar has been king and a protection bid has even again to the beaten-down Japanese yen. The U.S. Greenback Index hit a 20-year excessive of 106.79 on Tuesday, hoisted via a tumbling euro. The index hovered at 106.440 on Wednesday and the yen rose approximately 0.4% to 135.39 in line with dollar. FRX. The euro huddled at $1.0266 after losing as a ways as $1.0236 on Tuesday and traders anticipate little respite. Selling should comply with if Eurozone retail sales figures due at 0900 GMT disappoint expectancies for a 0.4% monthly rise in May. There are no critical aid levels for EUR/USD until $1, said Commonwealth Bank of Australia OTC, CMWAY strategist Christina Clifton. Sterling changed into near a 2-year low at $1.1944 after the resignation of Britain's top authorities ministers put Prime Minister Boris Johnson's management below new pressure. Gas uncertainty over Europe's gasoline delivery is the ultra-modern spherical of concerns, and has sent expenditures rocketing in opposition to slumps in different commodities on increased worries. The benchmark Dutch gasoline expenditures have doubled because the center of June. Some investors worry that flow alongside the Nord Stream pipeline, which brings fuel from Russia to Germany, might not resume after a 10-day protection shutdown from July 11 and that wintry weather supply shortages will then set off rationing and a pointy drop in financial interest. The backdrop is growing interest quotes. The Federal Reserve publishes minutes in a while Wednesday from the June meeting, wherein it introduced the sharpest hike inside the U.S. benchmark interest charge in nearly 30 years. It is in all likelihood to foreshadow extra hikes as Fed officers have said their top priority is fighting inflation, even at the fee of increase. The possibility of a soft landing had massively declined, August Hattick, the co-head of UBS Wealth Management Asia Pacific told traders at a conference in Singapore. The growth-sensitive Australian dollar changed into stuck close to a 2-year low at $0.6805. AUD. Spot gold become closing steady at $1,771 an oz after sliding at the sturdy dollar in a single day. The secure haven is down about 3% this year, much less than the steep losses for equities and bonds. Treasuries have been constant in Asia, with the 10-year yield at 2.8327% and the 2-year yield at 2.8385%. Bitcoin, which has been demolished in the flight from volatile property, sat at $20,115.